Welcome back, my loyal subjects, to more The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 3, Pharaoh Fiasco here, Nortia Province, Northern Area, skies above the Isengard range. We just saw Angelica learned that if you try to uncover the plot, you get the Glock. Georg. You can't trust, dude. Even people you thought you could trust, you can't trust. The Imperial family's high-speed crews are courageous. Okay, so we're about to see how the main campus is. Yeah, about to see how their field study turns out. Who is that sitting down? Okay, they're just people hanging out. How was North Ambria for you guys? Okay, don't recognize any of these people, but they seem to be in high spirits. But yeah, and now it makes more sense why Mildine had to leave Saint Estrella, because she's one of the four great houses, and her uncle just was basically blamed for the civil war, so she couldn't continue to stay there. Like, those puzzle pieces have fallen into place. But if you're wondering, Mildine is Muse. It was and it wasn't her being a witch. Oh, Hugo turned out to be a lot less crazy than I thought it was gonna be, but there's still some questions about her and Ash. Especially Ash is still a bundle of question marks. And there he is, Victor S. Arcade. Viscount Victor S. Arcade, captaining the courageous.
We are now over the western part of the Isengard mountain range. Estimated arrival in Heimdall is 1410.
Maintain current course and speed. Once we reach Ulster, adjust course to run parallel to the railroad.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You have my thanks, Your Grace.
I should recognize that voice. Yeah, that's Nightheart.
Your assistance this past week has been invaluable.
Think nothing of it. This is the Crimson Wing's job, after all. I've no doubt your first bout of field exercises in North Ambria saw you even busier than I. It is I who should be thanking you for your hard work.
This guy, he's got that Jameson Price voice, dude. Oh my god.
To be honest, I'm having a difficult time deciding how to proceed as a teacher.
Really now?
Perhaps that is a sign of General Craig's influence. I would advise you to follow your own convictions for the time being. That way, you may...
Ah, instructor. There you are.
Here comes Cedric. Cedric, be cool.
Cadet Arner.
Greetings, my lord.
Seeing it up close, the Courageous is truly amazing. And though it was barely used during the Civil War, its main cannon is certainly impressive as well.
Oh yeah, we weren't doing too much firing on anybody.
Perhaps we should consider deploying a number of cruisers to match our fleet of battleships.
What? Dude, but Cedric, we don't need battleships. These are just to get us to and from.
Cadet.
It is true that during an emergency, such power may prove beneficial.
But you don't want a mobile fleet of Erebonian military flying around every single month.
Learning when to use one's power and when to refrain is an important lesson.
Yeah. He's like, dude, no, we're not going to do that.
If that is the lesson your field exercises have taught you, then I'd say it is safe to declare them a success.
Yes, of course. My thanks, Captain Arcade. I look forward to seeing you again.
Cedric, dude, just go back to being cool, dude.
I wish you luck patrolling the summer festival alongside my older brother.
Was that a call out? Is he like, I know you're still in contact with Olivier? But yeah, it seems like I feel like the person who said you've seen this face before. This is Heimdall. The person who said you've seen this face before, I feel like it might have been Crow's face, which leads me to believe that maybe Crow is being used as sort of an imprint. I think that was the chief of the gnomes, honestly. But the whole thing, maybe what I'm leaning towards right now, my running theory currently, is that George is to the, or Georg is to the gnomes as Emma is to the witches. But still, Emma never Emma never filled any of her classmates full of hot lead, so that's always something. Ooh, the Catacombs. I think this is where we rushed through in order to save, when we fought the... Whoa, what's all this then? What the heck? It's where we fought the bone dragon thing at the end.
Damn it!
Did they... Was that more of that spatial transpositioning?
How many times have they slipped away like that now? There's no end to it!
That's mysterious.
We need help from the Intelligence Division or the RMP.
Man, it'd be nice if all we had to deal with are those half-wits.
So...
But we can't afford to let our guard down. Spread out and lay low until the appointed time. Be sure you've got your ramdas ready to use.
Are ramdas a new type of orbment?
Roger. Recommencing mission.
Uh-oh.
Red flowers?
Don't touch it. Okay. But Pleroma grass has started sprouting in Heimdall too. And with it, cryptids. Okay.
I don't think so.
Oh! Vita said, no sir.
There's no end to them.
So Ouroboros is trying to bring these trying to sprout Pleroma grass all over the Empire for some sort of reason, and obviously Vita doesn't want that to happen.
The eyes which served as the vessel for the bringer of miracles. But when the flame consumed the mirage, the fairy tale became that of the Empire. So as a professional, how do you intend to intervene?
So who's watching here?
Oh, was I that obvious?
That sounds like Xeno. Lumen? It's Lumen.
To be perfectly honest, I'm having a bit of trouble finding a lead.
Okay, it's Mr. Gralsritter, whose name escapes me.
I was hoping we could work together as friends and colleagues and have ourselves a little information exchange. I could even help you bury the hatchet with the elder of your clan, perhaps?
That's right. You have an agreement with her, don't you?
So is Rose the elder of their clan? Probably not.
Well, I'll consider your offer.
No, 'cause we got a glimpse of the elder, but they did just talk about how she's gotten short in her old age.
However, I ask that you play nice from now on, Mr. Former History Instructor. Or should I say, Second Dominion Thomas Lysander the Partitioner.
So he's hanging out here, probably updating Rosine as he goes along. Rosine is assigned to him as one of his squires. And then Valflame Palace, this place, definitely cuts an imposing figure. Valflame Palace. Are we gonna get a glimpse of what Blood and Iron is up to? Maybe? Those blue lights. Valflame Palace as Melis Garden. Okay. So is that like his Melis Tower type stuff going on in here? Looks like a dungeon for us to run through. Which I don't understand. We've got his... Oh, that's Eugent and whatever her name is. Emperor Eugent III. Empress Priscilla.
I would not have expected that Olivert would be missing the party like this.
It is unfortunate, yet understandable, given the current situation. With the Crimson Wings safeguarding Heimdall's skies, I'm sure the citizens will feel at ease.
Yes, but I can't help but feel bad for him. I wonder if he's been upset over Cedric's actions of late.
Dude, I'm upset over Cedric's actions of late, and I'm not even related to the guy.
Olivert isn't the type to let that get to him. You should know this as well as I.
No, you're right. He was only a young boy when he lost his mother and was adopted into the royal family. I would have understood if he hadn't accepted me, given his early life. But he gladly welcomed me as his stepmother and was truly happy when Alphen and Cedric were born.
Yes, that is the virtue he possesses.
That's cool. They like, Olivert is a cool guy. We don't really have to worry about him all that much.
It's easy to believe he has friends not simply across Erebonia, but the entire continent.
And that he does. His network of connections runs deep. He also has very good taste in women.
Yes. However, recently, even though Cedric once looked up to his older brother, he
must have some other type, and man, but he must have some other type of figure to look up to. Probably one in direct opposition to Olivert.
Pardon me, Your Highness. Chancellor Osborne would like an audience.
Very well. Send him in.
So let's see how Ozzy plays them. Chancellor Gileath Osborne.
My apologies for interrupting, my liege. You as well, Lady Priscilla.
No. It's quite all right. I shall excuse myself now.
So, do we have important matters to discuss?
She seems to have some worries about the prince.
It is to be expected, so long as she sees things differently from you.
Understood.
More cryptic speak. Not sure what that's supposed to mean, though.
In any event, it seems things are beginning to line up with what was written in the records.
The Black Records, no doubt.
Yes, though we set the timing for the Civil War ourselves. By this point, however, the ending is all but decided.
So the grand conspiracy goes all the way up to Yuji.
But are you certain this is all right? Leaving everything in my hands?
As I told you 14 years ago, if there truly is no other way to avoid this end, then I shall leave it all to you.
And I think this end...
It may place a great burden on my sons, but could not the same be said of you?
So...
Yes, my liege.
I maintain that it feels like what they're trying to avoid is a second great collapse. That's the inkling that I get, but we'll see. We'll see. Chapter 4, Radiant Heimdall, The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 3. But man, Cedric wanted to fly battleships around for their field studies? But thankfully, Papa Arcade was like, that's not a good idea. And now, July 4th. With July, summer was in full swing in leaves. Alright. Barneys. Monk's still walking around. However, with Thor's move back toward being a traditional military academy, no summer uniforms were given out. So we just have people sweating bullets all day in those heavy jackets? Students at both the main and branch campuses were only allowed to remove the inner lining from their normal uniforms. That seems unsafe. Okay. As students across both campuses were wilting under the sun's harsh rays, a certain event was about to take place that would bring them all together. Something that's going to have the branch campus and the main campus go the same place for their field study. We'll be able to see. Fourth period, Erebonian history. Okay, because definitely on this blessed day, it's a good thing to remember that we've got to find out more about every single country out there. Up till now, we've covered an overview of the time period from the Great Collapse to the modern era. But starting this week, we'll be taking a more in-depth look at certain key individuals. We'll start with Dreikel's Reise Arner, father of the Imperial Renaissance. 250 years ago, he brought the War of the Lions to a close, ushering us into the modern era. Though he was born as the third prince of Emperor Vallius V, he was born out of wedlock and ended up abdicating his status and wandering the empire. Oh. So Olivert is Dreikel's then. He found himself at the edge of the empire, the Nord Highlands. There he was welcomed by the nomadic tribes and spent a few years with them. Meanwhile, the empire's mainland had been plunged into a bloody civil war. Originally, he had no interest in the throne, but once he saw the toll the war was taking on his country, he decided to put an end to it. He started with only 17 followers, 16 Nord warriors who decided to join him, and his confidant, the Knight Roland. Okay, and so Gaius is taking up whatever position Roland had. Half a year later, though, Prince Dreikels would have a fateful encounter in the southeast of the Empire, Legram. The daughter of a count and leader of the Eisenritter, Leanne Sandlot. The hero otherwise known as the Lance Maiden.
I have a question. Was that person you and the other instructors fought the real Saint Leanne?
You know, Sandy, you ask a very good question. Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. Saint Leanne is a legendary knight. There's no way it was actually her, but I heard the fight was intense. Well, instructor?
Without a doubt. She was tremendously strong, and that aura of hers certainly seemed real. But it's possible one of Ouroboros' members is just posing as her. Let's put that aside for now, though.
Don't be stingy.
Yep. When you want the teachers to explain the good stuff. By the way, 254 years ago today, on July 4th, the War of the Lions came to an end. Oh, so the 4th of July is an auspicious occasion in Zemuria as well. Now that's something worth celebrating, if I do say so myself. Now, keep in mind the test will cover the events from just before to just after the War of the Lions. So make sure to review that time period thoroughly. Diligently writing. I hate to admit it, but he really is good at teaching. Well, to be fair, he himself was a student just last year. I heard his grades were pretty high too. Yeah, they definitely were. He looks great in glasses too. So yeah, Homeroom. Basically, the War of the Lions is exactly what we're reliving. Anyway, our 4 days of midterms will begin tomorrow. General studies, military science, arts, information processing, combat technique. There'll be a lot to cover, so good luck. Whew, you rattled those all off like it'll be easy. No way all that is going to be easy. I suppose we'll simply have to trust in everything we've learned thus far. By the by, a little birdie told me the contents of our exams in the schedule maxed out of the main campus. I wonder, will our grades be posted alongside theirs? Ah, pitting them against each other academically. That's right, both individual scores and class averages will be posted at both campuses. So it should be worth your time to study, wouldn't you agree? It's so blatant, right? Not even trying to hide it. So you're going to make us compete. And our little crown prince is gonna be handed first place on a silver platter, yeah? I mean, they could fudge the results in any case to make sure that Cedric comes out on top. Because at this point, he might throw himself a nice little tantrum if he doesn't. I can totally see that happening. No, that won't happen. Aurelia wouldn't let that happen. In the past, the wars were split up into nobles and commoners, but grading has always been done fairly. That is true. The instructors I know at the main campus wouldn't let grades be tampered with like that. So at the very least, the exams will be a level playing field. Huh, if you say so. Yeah. There'll also be a little reward waiting for you guys once the exams are over. You'll have a free day this weekend to look forward to, so give the exams your all. I'll be giving the exams for Erebonian history and combat technique, so please ask me anything you're confused about before tomorrow. Now, Reen doesn't teach the boring stuff like math. F that. All preparations for the exams have been completed. Grades will be posted alongside the main campuses, but I don't expect there to be any problems. Our curriculums should be in sync, thanks to the Orbital Net. It's great that we were able to work with the main campus instructors to come up with exam questions. All that's left is for the students themselves to show us what they've got. Jaeger Corps have been confirmed retreating from the Empire since last month's field exercises. And according to the Intelligence Division, it would appear the Society has withdrawn as well. I see. Well, if that's true, it's great news, but... maybe we can stop being fully clenched all the time now. We cannot let our guards down completely, but for the time being, we can at least allow them to just be students. Take care not to disclose any information regarding exam questions, but feel free to clarify any questions the students have. Be a simple guiding hand in their studies. Alright, we can do that. Be a simple guiding hand. Looks like Big Bad Mr. Michael has really toned it down. He's always been very serious and responsible, but it seems like he's been thinking with the students in mind recently. Especially because of everything that they've been constantly getting put through. Let's do our best to be as much help to the students as we can today. Right, we've still got some time before the school closes for the day. Well then, let's split up, gang. Alright. And as per usual, it's going to be about that time to throw ourselves into our walkabout. The exams will be held over the next 4 days, and then this Sunday is a free day. The location for our next field exercises will be announced too, so it's going to be a busy few days. Look at them all carefree. Oh, they went straight to the library. Looks like everyone's working together to brush up on their weak subjects. I guess I'll make my rounds and talk to any students who look like they're having a tough time. That aside... yeah... things got crazy. Ouroboros and the Black Workshop. I wonder if the principal and the professor know anything about them. Today is a free day before the exam. Talk to specific characters today to trigger study events. The main story will progress after you've seen all the key events and used up all your studying points. Our studying points! Okay, well, Reen got a message on this Arcus too. Thank you message from Elisa and Sharon. Okay, we'll take a look at all those. That's all gonna be next time though, so definitely join me then for more The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 3. And Angelica better not be dead, dude. Bye for now, guys.